May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat!
Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last fita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap! Mas pinasarap pa, Pita.
Well, earlier it was 34 and below, and this time going naman tayo dito sa Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup 35 and above. 3MD Logistics going up against Chang Spa. Good evening from SGS Stadium. Benji Santiago, Dino Lee, and we're just about to have the call out for the starters of this ball game. Pero tingnan muna natin at kilatisin muna natin itong dalawang teams natin rito, Dino.
Yeah, for Chang Spa going to this game, my question is, can they match their play with their lofty expectations? Based on my conversation, hindi nila sinabi specifically, pero they're implying they're here to win a championship. Itong Chang Spa.
Yeah.
For 3MD Logistics, I just found out they won't have last season's MVP playing in this game because of, I think, a groin injury. He won't be out for long, but he will not be playing in this game. And
we're talking about Alan Tan.
Alan Tan.
Yes.
And can they, I guess my question for them is, can they
He's
weather...
present. Nandyan
He's
siya.
present, but he's not suited up. Can they weather the storm without their MVP, itong 3MD Logistics?
Well, that's what we are all here to find out. And so let's hear it.
Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup 31 division. It's Chang Spa versus 3MD Logistic. Let's meet the starters for both teams first. For Chang Spa, number 7, Brian Calantok. Number 11, Patrick Ang. Number 14, Elisardo C. Number 15, Wesley Lau. And number 20, Emerson Tan. And now the starting five for your 3MD Logistics. Number 6, Jomar Albino. Number 8, Kelvin Ang. Number 10, Jason Tan. Number 15, Dale Nang. And number 31, Elijah Lim. Our official for this ball game are Vincent Vasquez, Francis
The starters for this ball game. And obviously, wala nga para sa 3MD Logistics si Alan Tan. They will have to contend with these guys here. Elijah Lim, Dale Nang, Mark Jason Tan, Kelvin Ang, and Jomar Albino. Over at the other side, Brian Calantok will start. Patrick Ang, LEC, and Wesley Lau along with Emerson Tan. Mamaya na siguro coming off the bench. Usually,
Coach.
Johannes Go. Si
Coach Johannes.
Yes. Anyway, yan ang ating starting five for this ball game. Once again, ito yung ating Mitsubishi Ilocos Cup 35 and above. So a little bit of an edge para sa panig ng Chang Spa in this ball game.
Oo, if I'm Chang Spa, I'm feeling confident because wala yung last season's MVP at hindi maglalaro para dito sa 3MD Logistics. Now for 3MD Logistics, ang sabi ni Coach Marvin Geronimo, ang sabi niya, everyone needs to step up kasi wala yung MVP namin.
So let's see, Chang Spa getting the first possession but losing it right away.
Turnover for Patrick Ang. Nawala sa kamay niya yung bola.
It's the first attempt but unable to cash in that time around para rito sa panig ng 3MD Logistics with Elijah Lim on that miss.
They'll need Elijah Lim in this game to produce the same thing that he did in their win against Hyundai. He had 22 points in that game. Lalo na wala yung si Alan dito sa laro.
Another chance and opportunity is opening up to get the first basket. Patrick Ang almost coming up with a steal, the deflection in that play. Ball stays 10 seconds para sa shot clock ng 3MD Logistics.
Working on the shot clock.
Ang sabi din ni Coach Marvin, they wanna run. Kasi naging positive siya dun sa first game, nung first win nila nung sa Hyundai. So they're looking to run in this game as well.
Well, they got the first basket. They have to make do without Alan Tan. Everybody has to have the extra effort here para sa panig ng 3MD Logistics. Ginulo nila si Patrick Ang but he was able to recover. Ball stays para sa panig ng Chang Spa. 6 seconds ang kanilang shot clock.
Jomar Albino getting those first 2 points of this game, and for his team, he only had 5 points in their last game.
Quick hands, hustle play. Jomar Albino. Earlier with a basket. Jumper that won't go. They managed to get an offensive rebound. Looking for the open teammate. Patrick Ang now with that defensive rebound. Maka-score na kaya ang Chang Spa here. Iyon na. Sinagot na ni Brian Calantok.
Malamang si Patrick Takalaga at saka si Brian ang top 2 scorers ng team na to. Si Brian had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals in their first game and first win against Hyundai as well.
In and out with that three-pointer. Let's see here, para sa Chang Spa. They almost threw it away. Well, 3MD Logistics really making it difficult. LEC finally with a basket.
But sinagalang nung Chang Spa, getting those second chance opportunities and finally converting.
Consider nga, pati itong 3MD Logistics, even the pace of their ball game without Alan Tan. It still stays with them. 7 seconds ang shot clock nila rito.
I think the key for 3MD Logistics in this game is to anchor their game plan on defense. Kasi so far, their output points per game last, 54.5 points per game last in among the 7 teams. And then the points they allow against their opponents, second to the last, 60.5. Second in the league. So yung defense talaga nila medyo solid.
Dale Nang just hit the three-pointer para sa panig ng 3MD Logistics, coming up with another steal here. Tumama sa tuhod, pag-angat. Lost it at the end line that time around.
Medyo malamig yung simula ni Elijah Lim dito sa 3MD Logistics.
Bagay, kaumpisa pa lang naman eh.
Oo.
This is a good thing that's going para sa 3MD Logistics despite of the absence of Alan Tan. Parang isang tira lang binibigay nila halos sa Chang Spa. As 3MD Logistics is up just by 1, 5-4 going into this Chusarap timeout. So 3MD Logistics hangs on to a 1-point lead right now at parang gusto nilang ipakita na we're not bothered at all. Na yung MVP namin hindi nang maglalaro.
So far, itong 3MD holding their own ground dito sa defensive side of things. So far, 4 points pa lang yung Chang Spa. Yan yung kailangan nila, especially they're a team that's not scoring a lot so far in their first 2 games. So kailangan talaga nilang pumukpok sa depensa and not turn the ball over.
Jomar Albino. He had the first basket in this ball game.
And they
Too
just
strong
turned
a
the ball.
pass.
They just turned the ball over.
Brian Calantoc sharing the
Oh.
ball. Yun nga lang, too much English on that layup. That time around para sa missing an opportunity to score right there si Elijah Lim. Malamig pa rin.
0 out of 3. Pero malamig din yung Chang Spa eh.
Kaya
Kaya nga pumasok na rin ito si Coach Johannes.
pinalitan si Patrick Ang.
If I'm Chang Spa, I wanna play an up-tempo game kasi alam kong hindi kaya umiscore nitong 3MD Logistics ng marami.
Ganun ba? Ganun ba?
But based on their average, they're last in this tournament with 54.5 points per game. So, kailangan din umiscore ng Chang Spa. And they're struggling right now.
3MD is up by 3 right now. Dale Nang kanina hitting a 3-pointer. Jomar Albino. Shot clock is down to 8. Dale Nang with a drive. Bitin. Offensive rebound underneath. And Jason Tan managing to score on that follow-up. 9-4. Hindi ramdam. Wala nang alantan. Let's go. Trying to go inside. Brian Calantoc kicks it out. 3-pointer. Nope.
Inamin din ni Johannes na nung first game nila, they were feeling it out. And they feel like they still need to work on their cohesiveness and their chemistry as a team. And by the looks of it, mukhang hindi pa nila nakukuha eh.
Jason Tan making it now a 7-point advantage para sa 3MD Logistics. Jeffrey Chung. It's the kick and the 3, and it drops. And Matthew Ong delivering. Much needed big basket para sa Chang Spa. Dale down with a fake. Nice looking shot that time around. Di nga lang nahulog for Kelvin Ang. Playing coach. 10-second shot clock. Calantoc thought about it. I think gusto nilang pacing na wala yung alantan. Systematic lang para sa panig ng 3MD Logistics. It's working out pretty well for them. Hitting another 3-pointer. Elijah Lim. Mabilis naman palang uminit. Konti lang yung lamig eh. Talagang sa simula lang eh. At pinapatunayan lang kay Dino Lee, kaya naming umiscore in bunches. 14-7. Timeout brought to us all by Chusarap.
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat!
Lutong lambot, mas nagpapasarap!
Las Pita!
Wow, sa tamis alat sarap. Mas pinasarap pa, pita.
Adjustment na kailangan ng Chang Spa. And going into the timeout, let's see if they can manage to get a basket. Kinakalahati lang yung output nila. ng 3MD Logistics. The reverse. Tail Nang comes up with the rebound. Here they go again, 3MD Logistics.
Solid din itong 3MD Logistics when it comes to defense. That's why they've held their opponents to just 60.5 points per game. Number 2 in the league.
Not bad at all.
Yung major concern lang talaga ni Coach Marvin is their offense. But so far, they've been knocking down some shots to start this ball game. I was surprised lamang sila dito ng 7.
Kaya nga eh. Kalantok kicks it out. Johannes Go has got that in his arsenal. The ball does not decide to drop. Brian Kalantok coming up with an offensive rebound, and he gets fouled trying to go for a shot.
His first substitution, first team foul.
In a low-scoring game like this, yung mga offensive rebounds na yan, mabigat yan kasi nagmintis na yung kalaban mo from an outside shot, and then you give up an extra opportunity for them. Especially, they're struggling shooting the ball from the field. They're just 2 out of 9 itong Chang Spa. 22%.
Ito yung ating team standings dito. Vicon, of course, 3-0 leading the way. La Cherie with 2-0. Chang Spa 1-0, trying to preserve and come up with a victory here para hindi pa rin makatikim ng talo. 3MD Logistics 1-1. This is a much needed ball game para sa kanila. So far, so good. Lamang sila. Abante ng 5 kahit wala si Alan Tan.
In a tournament wherein you're only playing 6 games.
Oo nga, ano.
Hindi to katulad ng NBA na you're playing 82 games. You're only playing 6 games. So, pretty much every game counts kasi doon sa 7, 3 malalaglag. Kasi 4 lang ang kukunin for the semifinals. And both teams know this win would matter down the stretch, especially in the last couple of games for this 35 and above division.
Di pa rin nagbabago. Nakatala sa scoreboard natin. Bumalik na si Patrick Ang.
Patrick, 0 out of 5.
That's also a big difference here.
Oh, their best player last game, he had 25 points, 17 rebounds, 9 assists.
Still on the hunt for his first production in this ball game.
Yung scoring nitong Chang Spa.
Yun. Sabi niya, okay, kanina yung pala ako pinag-uusapan eh. Might as well respond to it.
I was gonna say, itong Chang Spa, yung mga players nila puro perimeter. Wala sila yung parang Ethan Casares, Brenson Go. Perimeter team to eh.
Marvin Geronimo also checking into the ball game. He missed that shot.
So yung easy points nila magagaling sa fast break opportunities itong Chang Spa. Like this one. Coming from transition.
And hitting a three-pointer right there.
Look out! Down by 7, they're now up by 1.
Grabe. How important are timeouts in every ball game.
Diesel ata itong Chang Spa.
Instantly turning things around.
Ooh!
And natapos yung ating first quarter. 3MD. They were up 14-7. Nasingitan sila ang mga tang Chang Spa. And then 3MD basically having the last say to end the first 10 minutes of play. Once again, malaking factor that they're not being able to utilize sa kanilang MVP na si Alan Tan. Pero that the rate things are going, we'll do the rest because we don't have the best that we have here in this ball game. here we go with the second quarter of action. And Chang Spa, for a little while there, most probably, they were just taking it easy. Dahil nga walang alantan, pero eto na. You'll have to contend 3MD Logistics. Sumasabay dito, Dino.
Oo, napapalakpak na dun si Alan Tan from the bench with that move from Mark Jason Tan. Kumagat dun sa fake si Angelo Lim, driving all the way for the end one.
So sila na naman na napagsimula ng scoring here in this quarter, the way they were able to do it back in the first with Jomar Albino. Hit a jumper.
And if you're Coach Marvin Geronimo, you're happy with how your team is showing up in this game. Outside of Elijah Lim, they've already had 15 points from the other guys. Kasi nung last game, out of the 64 points nila, 47 galing kay Alan at kay Elijah. So 17 ngayon, 59 i-score nung players not named Elijah and Alan.
Patrick Ang kicks it out. It's an open look for a three, just falling short right there for Wesley Lau.
Great extra pass.
That time it did not work out. Too many possessions. Marvin Geronimo picks up a personal.
Geronimo is first. Substitution, first DPL over 3MD Logistics. 14 on the shot clock.
Dale Nang returns to the floor and replacing si John Aganda para rito sa panig ng 3MD Logistics.
Nahihirapan dito yung Chang Spa sa half court. They're just shooting. Oh! Uy, nakapasok. Kakasabi ko lang, nahihirapan. Pangalawa na yan ni Charles Philip Tan. Much needed for Chang Spa. They're just shooting 20+% from the field.
Well, things are also looking up and very good here para sa 3MD Logistics. Benhart Quing still maintaining that lead. Angelo Lim naman at close range. Sagutan ng baskets here in the second period. Abante pa rin ang 3MD Logistics. Marvin Geronimo setting up the play. Kanina it was Jomar Albino. Goes for the three. Can't knock down that three. Managing to get defensive rebound. Di makakat ng tira. Marvin Geronimo. Nakadelayan siya ng foul.
Nakakuha pa ng foul itong si Coach Marvin.
Ball number 15, Wesley now is first.
I think Chang Spa got caught off guard itong game na to. Especially wala si Alan Tan eh. And ngayon lamang pa yung 3MD Logistics sa game na ito.
Merong ano eh, di ba? Overconfidence.
Oo.
Kita mo, depleted kumbaga, di ba? Wala yung best nga ng 3MD Logistics.
And given that their expectations is to go far in this tournament and maybe get a lot of wins itong Chang Spa. But so far, it hasn't matched based on how they're playing in the first half of this game.
It's going to be a test of character din para sa Chang Spa. Sabi mo nga, silently, they are going for the championship already. Diba? Quietly. Pero sabi, quiet lang muna kayo. Nag-aabol pa sila rito.
Oo. And when you're trying to get to that, to get that accomplishment, you have to go through teams like La Cherie, Vicon. It's not gonna be an easy journey for them.
The good thing about this league naman, lalo na dito sa 35 and above, dito you can never be too sure. You just have to figure it out. Who can execute well. And so far, the Logistics, diba? Executing well, very patient with their offense. Jason Tan.
He already has 9 points, leading the scoring for 3MD Logistics. And he's the leading scorer in this game for both teams.
Up balanced and everything. And Ben-Hur Quing gets another basket. He's got a total of 7 points.
Anong nangyayari? Nabubuhay yung Ben-Hur only had 0 points in their last game. So ngayon, meron na siyang 7 points. Mark Jason Tan had 0 points in their last game.
Well, it's all about being ready.
I never saw this coming.
26-21.
So if you're Chang Spa, this is not a good sight.
That was an open look that time. CupChang just missed. 26-21. Nowhere to go. Defended well. And even Patrick Ang, a lot is actually being put into his shoulders.
That's his third turnover.
He's only got 4 points. Dale Nang, a couple of 3-pointers already here in the first half, missing that one.
Yung execution ng Chang Spa, not up to par in terms of how they want to be.
It's a foul. Wesley Lau will go to the line.
They already have 7 turnovers in this game.
5 minutes and 48 remaining. Chang Spa. The puzzle continues. 3MD. The lead continues for them. Chusarap, timeout. Ron Lim
Of
and
Lasherie.
Coach Rego talking to each other. Siguro ganun din sila. Hindi lang, siyempre, mga organizers natin yan dito sa GABL. And also, they're thinking about, nangyari nga talaga sa Chang Spa.
Oo. Ano nangyari?
Tinitingnan nila eh.
Patrick, huwag mo naman paya. Batch 2000, ikaw na lang naglalaro dito sa division sa batch natin eh. Pero parang hindi naman from an organizer standpoint yung mini-meeting ni Ron tsaka ni Ray.
Hindi naman.
Parang nag-i-scout sila eh. Kasi si Ron, sa Lasherie, tapos M-Track, wala pang panalo sila Rego. 0-2 sila eh. Ang Lasherie, 2-0.
Well, for now, we're going to be focusing our attention dito sa dalawang teams na ito. And Jomar Albino is back on the floor para sa 3MD Logistics.
Si Ben-Hur, 7 points na. Tapos si Mark Jason, 9 points. Both scoreless in their last game. Nakaagaw pa dito si Jomar.
Jomar, will he go straight? Kicks it out. Dale na. Bang! 29-22. I like to correct myself. That's only his second three-pointer, but nevertheless, they are up 7 again here in the first half.
Nabuhay lahat ah. Parang blessing in disguise ba ang injury ni Alan Tan?
Well, yun nga sabi natin, nag-adjust sila.
Oh, Dale Nang only had 2 points in their last game. Ngayon, naka-3 na siya. So, kumbaga, lagpas na.
Di lang, may 6 points na si Dale Nang here in the first half.
No, I think he
Dancing
only
in the
has
paint.
3. I think he only has 3. Is it 6?
Yep, it is already 6.
Di pa makashoot tong Chang Spa.
Even Brian Calantok.
Oh.
Sa pa rin, he's struggling. He's got 4 points. There could be more.
Correction from earlier. They now have 5. Make it 6 turnovers. So, I'm a bit worried if I'm Chang Spa. Oh, 9 points for Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur Quing again.
What is happening?
So everybody stepped up, at least here in the first half.
I guess I was wrong. I didn't pick, I picked Chang Spa to win this game.
Well, this is going to be a back-to-earth experience for them, and most probably try to re-evaluate themselves. Yes, yung Johannes ko nga, hindi pa nakakashoot eh.
Tapos
Jomal, backtracking, outnumbered that time. Pero this is how they're playing it eh. Slow down the pace, go systematic and everything.
pasalamat yung Chang, hindi na-shoot yung 3 na yun ni Dale.
Largest lead, the 3MD here in the first half, up 9.
It would have ballooned to 12 points itong kalamangan ng 3MD.
That too, still not working. Then it's you with a miss.
And they're struggling with their offense right now, only putting up 22 points. And in their last game, they had 81 against Hyundai.
And they're only shooting 22% here in the first half. As compared to the 43% ng 3MD Logistics. Hannes go. Jomar Albino with a steal. Nobody home. Touchdown. Double-digit lead.
Wow.
Believe it or not. BYD Valenzuela fast break of the game. And Jomar Albino making it double-figure advantage. Chusarap. Time out.
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat!
Lutong lambot, mas nagpapasarap!
Last fita!
Wow, sa tamis alat sarap. Mas pinasarap pa, Pita.
Two minutes and 48 to play here in the first half. 3MD Logistics. Yung panggugulat. Gulat na gulat pa rin ang Chang Spa.
Kahit ako gulat na gulat eh, di ako naglalaro. I mean, after yung supporting cast nitong 3MD Logistics, they only scored 17 in their last game. Muntik pa sila mahabol ng Hyundai noon. Ngayon, they've already scored 28 points. And 5 from Elijah Lim, their second top scorer from their last game.
Yan lang yung ano eh. The whole principle of basketball, bilog ang bola, anything can happen. Patrick Ang. This is not his shot. This is not how he moves usually. Pero ready ang 3MD Logistics with their defensive scheme here. Kalantok, the stop and pop. Banks it in. He's got 6 points in the ball game.
Well, you need to start making stops here. Ano ba ito? Magtatao sila. Oh, nagtao na sila ngayon, no?
Jomar Albino double-teamed.
Getting a stop here. Giving them a different look. Itong Chang Spa sa depensa. Nagtao na sila.
That was Brian Kalantok making a basket earlier. May mga reliables ng Chang Spa. They have to deliver. So is this guy, Patrick Ang. He's only got 4 points, but he's got 6 rebounds. It's turning out to be a long night for Patrick Ang.
Ball number 31, Elijah Lim, penalty.
Foul is on Elijah Lim. They're already beyond the limit.
Penalty shots for Patrick Ang.
He's got 6 rebounds, 1 assist.
May 9 steals na rin itong 3MD Logistics.
5 points naman para kay Patrick Ang.
Number 2 defense in the tournament itong 3MD. They may not be scoring a lot of points, but I mean, exception itong game na to. But they're keeping their opponents to a low-scoring game. Ngayon, 26 pa lang nasushoot ng Chang Spa.
Pero mga ganyan eh, falling into place. In depensa kasi wala namang malas-malas na depensa eh. You just have to do it. Pero yung offense mo nga, sooner or later, it will fall.
They have guys like Jomar Albino. He may not score a lot of points, pero solid eh. Inagawan kanina si si Johannes eh.
Si Johannes ko, yeah,
Oo,
that's right.
nahulog pa si Johannes doon. And you have a guy like Dale Nang who's a legitimate shot blocker.
Pero getting into the scoring spree din,
Oo.
to be included for 3MD Logistics.
2 points lang nga siya last game. Ngayon, 6 points na. Getting another stop. Good D. Tumulak dun si Ben-Hur.
Charles Philip Tan was pushed. They get the ball back. Patrick Ang setting up the play here for Chang Spa.
Active din talaga tong depensa ng 3MD. Kaya nagtataka ako, ba't 62 lang in-score ng Lashari? Solid din talaga yung depensa. Oh, you can't gamble for that. Masyado ng late.
Dale Nang firing away, getting another basket. He's got 8.
I'm in shock. May shooting talaga si Dale. Siguro ngayon lang talaga bumabaksak yung mga tira nitong 3MD Logistics.
Sooner or later naman there's sumali ka na rito. Kumbaga, na-reveal na kung anong klaseng player ka. Pero of course, personally, individually, kailangan mo rin improvein yung sarili mo eh. And this is the challenge. Of course, lalo na sa Grace Alumni Community.
And siguro most of the sa Chang Spa kasi mas kilala ko yung mga players nakakalaro ko sila. Itong mga 3MD kasi si Marvin Geronimo lang, si Jack Chan, Elijah Lim, Dale Nang. Itong sila mga Jomar Albino, Mark Jason Tan, Ben-Hur. Di ko masyadong gamay yung laro eh. So I was parang sabi ko, di sila nakaka-shoot. So I was nagulat ako this game kasi they started knocking down those shots.
Sabi nga natin, nag-ready sila. Alam na nila, di makakalaro si Alan Tan eh. So everybody has to pick up and continue with the flow.
And if you're Alan Tan, you're excited when you come back kasi ang ganda ng pinapakita ng team mo dito eh. Ooh,
Sorry miss. And those kind of shots, Angelo Lim nandun na, hindi pa nahulog. 7.4, baka may last say pa rito ang 3MD Logistics. Tignan natin.
You don't want to give up a foul and an easy basket here.
The turn, the shot. And time will run out here in the first half. Well, everybody is trying to shake off the shock after 2 quarters. 3MD Logistics, the MVP. No, he could not play. No problem, says the rest of his teammates, delivering the goods. Over at the other side, the Reliables still questioning themselves and still very much shocked at how it could happen that they're down by 8, 37-29, 3MD and lamang.
Basta't kasama kita, saan man mapunta, may bounty friend. My bounty friend.
lumbar?
Easy and with
May bago?
It's 35 and above. Above 35 na, 3MD Logistics, 37 to the 29 ng Chang Spa. That's how it happened for the first two quarters of this ball game. Benji Santiago, Dino Lee, Paki paliwanag, anyari.
Oo nga eh. Well, the story of the ball game has been what Coach Marv said earlier before this game started was they just needed to knock down shots. And they've been doing that throughout the first half. 41% from the field.
I know.
And they've already made 36% of their three-pointers converting on 4. Prior to this game, para malinawan lang yung mga nanonood, bakit ako nagulat? Because field goal percentage-wise, they're last in the league. Shooting 29.1% coming into this game. And from the 3, 19.5% last also sa liga na ito. And for Chang Spa, they need to start making those baskets if they're gonna win this game.
Look at this, 3MD Logistics, almost an equal distribution of the points. Couple of them. Ben Hartwing, nagulat ka, may 9 points na. Jason Tan has got 9 over at the other side. Patrick Ang, we know he can still do more. Charles Philip Tan, yung left and right three-pointers niya. Brian Calantoc is stuck at not the numbers that he would want to come up with here in this ball game. Pero tingnan natin, will this still continue for 3MD Logistics?
To me, it has to start with Brian and Patrick kasi sila talaga yung mag-i-score dito. Starting with a great pass there.
And attempting the shot was Wesley Lau.
Second personal foul in the fourth green. First defense. 2 free throws for
The owner of Chu Sarap.
Yun naman pala.
Oo. And ayun, Chu Sarap. And he's also the athletic director of Pace Academy.
Well, right now, all he can think about is try to catch up.
Ayan, nakatao na sila ngayon. No? Sabi ni Patrick, they need to convert, not just convert, but make stops. But this is not gonna help. Oh.
Jomar Albino with another basket.
Hindi sila nag-uusap doon.
Already 6 points for Jomar Albino. Meron siyang 6 na assist pa.
Yun.
Nice reverse by Angelo Lem that time.
Kaninang first half, nagminti siya nung ganung layup. Ngayon, na-shoot na rin niya.
39-33. Uy, good save. Kala ko tapo na yung bola that time. Jomar Albino spots. Nope. And here comes Chang Spa. Nagkakabul sila. Down by 6. This is going to be big. Can't knock it down for Patrick Ang. Still, the struggle continues for him.
1 out of 10? Yeah, 1 out of 10 for Patrick.
Foul underneath against 3MD.
ball number 8. Kelvin Ang is first.
Kelvin Ang ang tinawagan.
He was definitely disappointed in his how he played in the first half. Itong si Patrick. That's why they were down 8 points going into the second half.
He's got 8 rebounds and 4 assists. Yung puntos niya, yun na lang medyo kakaiba sa kanyang stat line.
Kausap ko nga lang siya kagabi. Sabi ko, huwag kang magkakalat ha. I mean, we're batchmates pero my job is to not be biased. Sabi ko, huwag kang magkakalat ha.
Ay, ito, unti-unti na naman bumabalik. Ang Chang Spa just down by 3, 39-36. Jomar Albino. It's the way they were doing it since the opening buzzer. Slowing down the pace. Oh! Well,
Parang nagtatago ata ng laro itong 3MD Logistics eh.
Namco drive of the game natin, Mitsubishi Motors Ilocos, and it results into this 3-point play. This could not complete it that time for Jason Tan. Up 5, keeping their head above water here.
First guy in double digits for both teams. Itong si Mark Jason Tan.
Ryan Calantoc with the turnaround. 41-38. Yan, ganyan-ganyan lang sila eh.
Ito yung mahirap na kalaban eh. Kasi parang lahat nakakashoot na ngayon eh. Libre pa.
Very patient offense. Is it too much patience already?
Pag yun, pumasok pa yun, ewan ko na lang.
Ryan Calantoc could keep them closer. Maybe tie a ball game here. Patrick Ang can't do it.
2 out of 12. But I mean, they're still down by just 3 points. So,
Joman Albino, the offensive rebound.
Ball number 10,
Angelo Limpa na tawagan.
Substitutions. Second team foul for
So we see Elijah Lim and John Aganda coming back into the ball game para sa 3MD Logistics.
From block at 14 seconds.
they're gonna go back to a zone. Yung gitna. Libre yung gitna.
Agaw off the inbound si Patrick Ang.
Ball number 37, Jan Aganda, his first personal 13 foul.
Kilala ko si Patrick eh. Nakikita ko na yung body language niya. Ano to, seryoso mode na talaga. He knows he has to play well if they're gonna win this game. Yung sense of urgency nandun na. Great pass.
And a better defense naman for 3MD Logistics. Lusot yung pasa ni Elijah Lim. Dumaan sa butas ng karayom. Sakto lang.
Another turnover.
Calantoc breaks up the play. It still stays para sa 3MD Logistics. Both sides of the floor. Active hands para sa panig ng 3MD Logistics.
19 seconds on the shot clock.
They got a lot of fast break points nung last game itong Chang Spa. They had 22 in their game against Hyundai. But so far, they only managed to have 4 points. So, points are hard to come by now for Chang Spa.
Joman Albino trying to manufacture a shot. And nakakuha pa ng foul. Emerson Tan was called for the personal. And eto nga, 2 free throws for Joman Albino. Still trying to figure out even the whole bench. Mga players si Coach Johannes ko still lost.
I think they're struggling talaga dito sa half court. Ano eh. Kasi dun yung reason din ba't nababa din ng Hyundai yung lamang against Chang Spa. Because I remember they were up. Oh no.
Calantoc, sarado. Ayaw pa rin mahulog.
Oh, kasi I remembered in their last game kaya nakahabol yung Hyundai kasi medyo bumagal yung laro eh. So hindi makapag-up tempo itong Chang Spa. Nakaset yung depensa ng 3MD.
Parang kinounter eh, no? Yung,
Eh kasi they're making baskets eh.
Yes,
so
that's
nakakapag-set yung defense nila eh. But if you miss or are missing shots, mas makakatakbo yung Chang Spa dun eh.
Patrick Ang knocking down both free throws. He's got 11 points.
They're back.
It took too long.
They're back to their man-to-man defense. Kung ako, hindi ako magagamble. Just, pressure the ball, delay their offense, and make them take tough shots. Yun lang ang maano mo. But if you gamble kasi mas madali, minsan makakalusot pa rin yung 3MD. So, you don't wanna gamble for a steal if you're Chang Spa.
Brian Kalantok setting it up. 10-second shot clock to work on. Patrick Ang getting aggressive now. Sabi mo nga, seryoso mode na.
Oo. Pag ganyan na si Patrick, ano na yan? Ibig sabihin, give me the ball and get out of the way.
Jomar Albino called for the foul, shooting foul. And not only that, 3MD is already in penalty. Patrick Ang double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Make that 12 points.
He may not be shooting well from the field, but he's 7 out of 9 from the free throw line.
Okay, binati mo.
7 out of 10. Still shooting the ball well, I would say.
44-41.
That might be too easy.
Oh! Kelvin Ang banks it in. Kalantok may agaw. Dale Nang.
Huling-huli.
2 against 1. Dale Nang will finish. Double-double na rin si Dale Nang. 10 points, 10 rebounds. Uy, muntik pa oh.
Dami ng steals. Parang naging predictable na yung laro ng Chang Spa.
Hindi na makarecover.
Oh,
3 points na lang. Ngayon umaangat na naman. 7 na naman ang abante.
solid dumipensa tong
Patrick Ang
Nafo-frustrate na yung Chang Spa eh.
called for the foul. Still could not believe it.
You have to be calm at this situation if you're Chang Spa. Because this is just the third quarter, may fourth quarter pa tayo, but you don't want to magmamadali or mafo-frustrate.
Twice na block si Coach Marvin Geronimo.
You have to take it one play at a time if you're gonna come back or makahabol or lumamang. Kaso, pag yung mga muntik na malibre. Oh, pumasok pa! Oh my God.
That's the way they have been playing since the opening buzzer.
Yung libre na siya, ay, foul. Yung libre na siya, hindi niya tinira. Nung may bantay na, na-shoot.
Ayun na nga yun eh. Ayun ang object nun eh. Hinintay yung bantay. Pero ito, Midway Design Center, thank you very much sa suporta. And all of the assistants to make this happen again ang Bounty Fresh GABL 2025. We truly appreciate the effort. Midway Design Center. Ayan yung address nila, D. Tuason, Barangay Lourdes, Quezon City. Jeffrey Chung shooting 3 free throws.
Ang swerte ng Chang Spa dun. Na-foul si Jeffrey Chung from the 3-point line because they're shooting 24% from the field. And if you're 3MD, that's a bad foul because you're giving up free throws to a struggling team.
50-44. Marvin Geronimo. Magagawa. Kadilihensya pa ba ng foul o traveling? I think it's a foul that they called. Yun ang hinahanap ng Chang Spa, traveling. Patrick Ang pa. Pangatlo na ni Patrick Ang.
May gigil eh pag naghahabol ka. You're trying to, make a stop. But if you're too aggressive, you're gonna be giving up fouls that you shouldn't be giving.
Trying to get himself on the board. John Aganda getting the first free throw. Still keeping their lead here, up 7. Samantala at... Oy! Wow! I was just about to say, mukhang sablay. A struggle, pero pumasok. Getting the shooter's bounce, as they say, may bawi ba sa kabila.
Cutting down the lead to 4 points. And good challenge.
Nothing much that John Aganda can do about that. Pinayungan kaagad siya, 51-47. Ito na naman ng Chang Spa. Trying to knock at the door of 3MD Logistics. Nothing comes easy. You have to work for it. Patrick Ang, the banking
pa rin.
shot, that's a miss.
Ah,
Let's go over to the other side now.
wala.
Sobrang tiwala naman ng 3MD Logistics doon sa fast break nila kanina. Dalawa lang yung pababa, tatlo na iwan. Nung hindi sumute, hindi nakaset yung depensa. They made a stop. Can they score? Yes, they will. Jason Tan.
Grabe din tong si Mark Jason Tan. 0 points nung last game. Out of nowhere.
Yan na nga yung sinasabi. Nowhere to go but up.
Sorry, Mr. Jason Tan.
Tsaka yun yun.
I apologize.
Binanggit ko na nga kanina eh. Walang forever na landong ka lang lagi sa baba. And si Coach Johannes Go is back on the floor para sa Chang Spa.
Warning on 3MD Logistics number 1, Marvin Geronimo, for set to go.
Wala naman ibang magre-reklamo dyan. Siya yung coach.
Actually, lahat ng lahat ng nakakalaban namin, pagkakampi ko si Patrick, laging, asan ang foul? Yun ang complain lagi eh. Kasi with his size and ability to get inside the paint, talagang, ano yan, magnet talaga ng foul tong si Patrick.
Of course, inaasahan that they could stop him. Ganun naman talaga ang sitwasyon.
But so far, itong 3MD executing. Ayun lang. You need to capitalize on this. Nice pass.
Jeffrey Chong with an assist galing kay Patrick Ang as he headed for a triple-double performance.
Pang 6 fast break point pa lang nila yan.
Yes.
You don't want to gamble for a steal if you're Patrick. Nalibre si Jack. Patay! He can make that shot. I've played with him. So, bad gamble. Sorry Patrick, pero mali. Bad gamble. He went for the steal there.
They're always finding ways to keep themselves on top against Chang Spa. Bawi naman si Patrick Ang. Patrick Ang has got 16 points in the ball game.
If you're gonna play man-to-man, di ka pwede talaga mag-gamble eh. And so far, 3MD Logistics is making Chang Spa pay if they gamble for a steal.
Brian Calantok.
Panabla na ba?
Wala, baldog eh. Look at this.
Sayang
3MD
yung opportunity na yun. Ooh!
Managing to get it back. Going inside once again. There's that shot block. Good defensive stop.
Lamang kayo dito. 4 on 3. Oh, sa likod.
Pabigay lang. Coach Marvin dribbles it down. Okay, ito yung laro nila eh. Ito yung pace nila eh. Huwag niyong madaliin.
2 straight possessions. Hindi nakakapitalize itong Chang Spa. Will they be able to capitalize on this one?
For the equalizer. Ayaw mahulog.
Ayaw pa rin. Oh my goodness.
Marvin Geronimo waits for his teammates. Going for the last shot. Still keeping themselves on top.
Honestly lang. Don't gamble for the steal.
Both teams are already in penalty. Marvin Geronimo fakes. Dale Nang draws near.
Oh.
The kick.
Oh! Muntikan pa yun.
It was still a nice play. They were looking for the open man. And how do you like that? Hindi pa rin masod-sod kung anumang misteryo ang nangyayari dito sa ball game na ito. A heavily favored Chang Spa still could not overcome the lead kahit maliit man. But still, basta lamang, yun ang importante. 56-53, 3MD pa rin.
I don't go for bare minimum, be it for myself, my career, or my car.
Coming from the States, we have very high standards, and Namco has not only met my expectations, but their staff has been more than accommodating.
Kaya naman sa Namco talaga, napanatag ang loob ko.
Sure win ako with Namco.
Detoy ni Ed Dakiwag, proudly Ilocano. Detoy ti Namco. Detoy ti mapagtalkan. Also, proudly Ilocano.
Chang Spa managing to win the third quarter 24-19, but still on top as we start the fourth quarter. 3MD Logistics. Still basically like a big puzzle that needs to be solved here. Jomar Albino turns. Here's an open look for a three. Falls short. Johannes Go. Opportunity to tie.
Oh no,
Oh, wow. Angelo Lim lost his balance.
Parang sarili. Wala
O
akong...
pagpihit niya eh.
Oh. Parang on his own.
Mandatory substitution for Angelo Lim.
Oh. Hopefully, it's...
Pero
A
they
mild
still
sprain.
have to look at him. Well, nandun naman yung ating yung medical personnel.
But he looks like he's in a lot of pain there. Natapakan ba siya? Oh, medyo tumama siya kay Dale.
Oo si Dale nauuna sa kanya.
Oh, masakit talaga yan. Habang pag-apak ni Dale, sumunod yung paa niya dun sa paa ni Dale. Oh.
So nadagdagan pa yung problema ng Chang Spa.
Oo.
Down in this ball game.
Well, they're bringing back Brian Calanto.
Very unfortunate incident. Let's just hope that he can recover quickly. Minsan, bahagi na rin ng gulat yun eh. You twist your ankle and not only that, may naapakan ka pa.
May recovery, mabilis naman ang recovery sa sprint. Masakit pa lang talaga.
Yan nga sa umpisa eh, di ba?
Oo.
Jeffrey Chong
Saka
can't connect.
yung sunod na araw, yung gising mo na yun. Kasi hindi nagpo-flow yung blood eh. You're not moving when you're sleeping eh. So hopefully makarecover agad si Angelo Lim to help Chang Spa in their upcoming games. But I don't think he's gonna come back in this game.
Jomar Albino with 5 to shoot. Puts it up.
Good defense there. by Charles Philip Tan. Kaso tawag.
Si Patrick Ang ba?
Si Brian Calantok.
Si Brian Carantok.
Holding.
Si Patrick Ang kasi may 3 na yan eh.
Oo.
Ben Horquing.
5 seconds. Good D.
Dale Nang, does he know it? Minadali that time, Kelvin Ang with the shot clock almost expiring. And right now, Jeffrey Chong. A 3 would tie it. Kalantok. Nope. Ball stays para sa Chang Spa.
14 seconds to shoot.
Still managing to hold off on Chang Spa. And still with the lead.
Creating.
Offensive foul, pang-apat. Si Patrick Ang.
Offensive foul, number 11, Patrick Ang, his score. Second team here.
If you're Patrick, your team needs you. You can't give up your 5th foul.
Angelo Lim hurt, injured. Patrick Lim adding to the hurt and pain para rito sa Chang Spa. Committing his 4th. Throws a long pass. Andun na lahat, puro mga nakaasul na 3MD Logistics. Joma to Dale Nang.
That's an ill-advised pass coming from Patrick.
Up 5, 3MD. Lots of time, 7.5. They got to come up with a good run. Oh, Brian Calantok, surprised he got blocked clean.
Might have want to call a timeout right now.
Oh, okay. Si Jack Chan pala, sabi ni Coach Edser C, was last year's sponsor for Defensive Player of the Game. Yung Thor Storage Boxes. Ayan, Thor, Defensive Player of the Game. Thank you very much for the info, Coach Edster. Banking shot right there.
They needed that. They needed that. Kay Jack pala yung Thor. Yung di ba last year may Defensive Player of the Game?
Yes.
But bad. Prior to that, 2 straight bad possessions for Chang Spa. They need to capitalize on this.
Brian Calantok underneath.
Solid yung depensa ng 3MD. Grabe.
Unbelievable. But those kind of things happen, as they say.
Substitutions.
60-56. Di man ganun kalaki yung lamang.
Oo, pero hindi nila madikit
Di pa rin maabutan.
Di maabot eh. When they had opportunities, yung last 3 possessions nila at the end of the 3rd quarter, they couldn't convert anything.
Jason Tan for faking a foul.
Jason Tan for faking a foul.
So,
well, warning pa lang naman.
babalik tayo doon sa sinabi ni Patrick. They need to convert on baskets.
Nami-miss na ng GABL ang Thor Defensive Player of the Year natin of the game. Ayan. Baka naman.
Things are not looking good for Chang Spa. Another turnover.
7-point advantage para sa 3MD Logistics.
May oras pa, but it's gotta be frustrating if you're Chang Spa.
This has gotta hurt. Naku, kaso hindi pumasok. Playing on borrowed time. Si Patrick Ang, he's got 4 personal. Johannes goal.
Kala ko mata-turnover pa.
Patrick Ang goes inside. Calantok messing on the reverse. Dale Nang the rebound. And then how do you like that? Ganun lang. Ben Quing with a basket. They want this. They prepared for it. And it really shows somehow. Up 9 ng 3MD Logistics. Let's go into a Chusarap timeout.
May bago? Uy, akin yan!
Wow! Tamis alat! Lutong lambot! Mas nagpapasarap!
Last pita!
Wow! Sa tamis alat sarap! Mas pinasarap pa, pita!
Well, plenty of time. 5 minutes and 15. Pero kanina, 3 na lang eh. Ngayon, na-triple na naman yung lamang.
Kung anong laki nung ring ng 3MD Logistics ngayon, ganun kaliit yung sa Chang Spa.
Pero nagkasubukan naman sila. Palit na nga. Second half eh.
Kanina may malapitang layup din si Brian eh. Ganda nung pasa ni Johannes doon. Pero hirap sila dito.
Sabi mo nga, yung 3MD Logistics in the previous game, they did their part. And most probably, na-review nila yan. And so they prepared. Laban nga rito sa Chang Spa. And so far, it's been working out. Johannes Go. Air ball.
5
Bola
seconds.
pa rin, bumababa.
5 seconds.
Johannes Go trying to get closer. Naku,
Finally!
did they count it?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Counted.
Mabot naman. Pero grabe, down to the last second para ka lang umiscore.
Oo. I'm still surprised with what just transpired in this game.
Jomar Albino with a kick. Tail Nang. That's already his third three-pointer in this ball game.
Grabe. Ayun lang, hindi pa counted yung tres ni Patrick dun.
How do you like that? This is a case of everything falling into place. Those shots are falling down. Nako, Patrick ang
Sumundot dun si Ben-Hur eh. He might have a
case. Pero no whistle.
patak na yung oras eh.
I know.
Feel mo talaga yung pressure. And this is a game that I feel like Chang Spa felt na should have been a win. But can they come back?
Wala pa sa penalty. And it adds more to the frustration in Chang Spa. Especially this player, Patrick Ang. Double-double siya, 16, 15, and 6. Pero hindi sila ang lamang. 3MD Logistics up by 9. Timeout brought to us by Chusarap. And how do you like that? Ang ating Luxury Wellness Hub fan of the game. Enjoying every bit of the action and winning something as nice as this at GC ng Luxury.
May gel manicure and pedicure.
Wow.
Pero
Sana all.
Parang may mga lalaki na rin ako nakikita nagpapaganon eh.
Nagpapamanicure. Oh, meron
Yung
naman.
makintap yung, yung nails, di ba?
Hindi nga, yung iba nga, yung mga basketball players nga, di ba nakikita mo may kulay pa eh. Di ba?
Ito, nagigigil na si Patrick.
He was even explaining his side earlier during the timeout sa ating dalawang referees. 67-58. When we talked about upset, when we talked about spoiler, when we talked about getting things done, not expected, yun ang nakikita natin para rito sa panig ng 3MD Logistics. 2 minutes and 56.
If you're Patrick, you have to calm yourself. Kasi may 3 minutes ka pa eh.
Kaya ka,
Hindi ka pwedeng ma-frustrate. I mean, minsan talaga may mga no calls.
Jeffrey Chung, short with a 3. Dale Nang grabs the rebound. Ganyan-ganyan talaga yung pacing nito. 3MD.
They've already surpassed their, offensive output compared to their first 2 games. Itong 3MD, they already have 67 points. First game, only 45. Second, 64. Ngayon, 67.
At hindi pa dyan nagwawakas yan dahil si Jomar Albino may free throws pa.
Oo.
Ball number 14, LSC is third defense.
LEC was called for the foul. Jomar Albino, 12, 3, and 8. Also looking for a double-double.
Ramdam mo yung frustration ng Chang Spa. Pati sa bench eh. Napaganon na lang si... Aangat na lang ng kamay ng...
Si Coach Johannes.
Ano nangyari? Oo, si Coach Johannes eh.
Look at Jomar Albino. Siya pa kumuha ng rebound. Mintis yung dalawang free throws.
Grabe oh.
There are days like this, but it's a nighttime adventure. Patrick Ang, kaya pa ba? Kaya pa naman. Down by 12, 2 minutes remaining.
The way 3MD is shooting the basketball.
Meron yung sinasabi rin sa basketball yan, bitaw ka ng bitaw, lagi ka natatapat. Sumushoot eh.
And wala pa dito si Alan ah.
Kaya
Di pa naglaro dito si Alan Tan.
minsan may mga ganyang cases eh, di ba? Teams are expecting that your star player, your MVP is going to play, so they made the necessary preparations to play against him.
And Elijah isn't a factor in this game. He only has 5 points.
But back-to-back three-pointers to para kay Patrick Ang. Far from over this ball game. Dale Nang.
You don't want to give up a foul. If you're Patrick, you already have 4. Good D.
Ball stays para sa panig ng 3MD and they got 9 seconds on the clock.
Re-reviewin yung possession na yun.
O nga naman, under 2 minutes tayo. Yeah.
Biglang nagkabuhay itong Chang Spa.
2-possession game. 83 seconds remaining. So possession review lang tayo under the last 2 minutes. SOP naman yan. Here we
Si
go.
Kerwin Ang. Great D from Wesley Lau. Oh, mukhang kay Kerwin. Mukhang kay Kerwin yung outside.
Ito, another angle. Tingnan natin.
I think this is a better angle. Great tap by Wesley Lau. Wala. Bola ng feel ko. Chang Spa bola to eh. Hindi tumama kay ano.
Yung same angle, yung first angle. Tumama sa dibdib ng...
Parang may tumama pa sa kamay nung blue eh. Oh. Tumama pa sa kamay ng blue eh.
So the officials have made the review and it's going to be basketball para sa Chang Spa. So another chance.
May pag-asa pa kaya?
6.
6 na lang yan.
Two-possession game, folks. 83 seconds. Back-to-back three-pointers kay Patrick Ang. Yun na nakita natin. Pinagulong yung bola. And now, Brian Calantoc picks it up. It's Patrick Ang going for another three. He check. Ball rebounded again by Dale Nang. 17 rebounds for Dale Nang. 14 points.
4 steals and 1 block.
Goodness.
Here
Here he is. Meron pa!
Ilan sinut nito last game? 2 points. Last game.
And this is an unforced error. Well, 2 points dati. Dati yun. Ngayon, 17 points. 17 rebounds.
Everything going the right way for 3MD Logistics.
And cramps. Pero 43 seconds and you're up double figures. Jeffrey Chung launches the three. Just to cut down the deficit, 38.2.
And what can go wrong has gone wrong for Chang Spa.
8-point advantage for 3MD Logistics. And tingnan natin, anong magiging development sa ating team standings dito, Dino?
Aangat na yung 3MD Logistics dun sa third spot. Behind halos tabla niya yung Lashery kasi dalawa pa lang nilalaro ng Lashery. Itong Chang Spa will fall to fourth spot, 1-1.
Change position, ano? 3MD
nagpalit
Logistics
sila
tsaka
dito.
Chang.
And you only play 6 games. So this is bad for Chang Spa.
And of course, ito yung upcoming games. This is going to happen on Friday. Ito tayo sa Seniors Division. Vivaya Shoes, Snowbird Plastics meeting at 8 p.m. Sista Alex Tony at Fullercon Industries will clash in the second game. Dito pa rin yan sa SGS Stadium, March 28. And we'll be here to show you the games. $38.2. Chang Spa. Makatulog kaya sila? Mahirap-hirap siguro.
Kailangan mo balikan yung game tape nito. Papanoorin mo talaga to if you're Chang Spa.
Di lang yun.
What went wrong?
Sa isipan lang nila, paulit-ulit na yun.
Babalikan mo yun. And if you're 3MD Logistics in this possession, you just don't wanna turn the ball over. Kasi hahanap na ng foul yan itong Chang Spa.
All of a sudden, Jomar Albino wanting to play tag. Penalty in Chang Spa. Jomar Albino, he missed 2 free throws. He grabbed the offensive rebound.
So, yung sinasabi sa akin ni Coach Johannes before the start of the game, yung cohesiveness, it may not be, mukhang wala pa dito sa Chang Spa in their second game.
And he's going to be an assist shy of a double-double para kay Jomar Albino. May 9 assists siya eh. 14 points in the ball game. 10-point lead. Magmamarka talaga ito sa Chang Spa. What 3MD Logistics was able to achieve here. And they have done it in 4 quarters. Consistent, Dino,
Surpassing their averages because they've been averaging what, like 54.5 points per game. And now they already have 77 without Alan Tan, last season's MVP. So mukhang na-judge ko tong 3MD Logistics in their first 2 games. Si Dale naka-4 na 3.
It became a challenge for them
Tatlo pala, sorry.
sa 3MD Logistics. What everybody was expecting, this is going to be a walk in the park. Ika nga, walang Alan Tan. But they have other ideas. Sabi ko nga, they have made the preparations. They made the necessary adjustment. Alam nila, wala silang Alan Tan. Ang hindi nakapag-adjust yung Changs eh. Parang nalito na sila.
Saka usually sa schedule kasi pag lumabas yung schedule, minamarkahan mo yung alam mong kaya mo eh. At alam mo yung medyo papalaban kaya hindi sigurado. So, kahit ako for me, this should have been a W for Chang Spa. But, hindi nangyari para sa kanila.
Back to the line. More free throws para sa 3MD Logistics. Elijah Lim. He's only got 5 points.
And if you're Coach Marvin Geronimo, you're happy with how your team has played. Everyone stepped up. In the absence of Alan Tan, Chang Spa, you have to figure things out.
Wala pinapatunayan lang ng mga players na naglalaro. They got Alan Tan's back. 80-73. 3MD is up by 7.
Oh.
Ito naman, situational timeout na lang ito para sa Chang Spa. And this coming Sunday, of course, dito pa rin sa SGS Stadium. The more, the merrier, as they say. Goodfellow Pharma against BWLC will kick off things at 1 p.m. Chusarap will follow, challenging Congo Express and sa BYD Valenzuela Cup. And then we go to the 35 and above. Recovery para sa Chang Spa as they go up against M-Track Logistics and then go up and up laban sa Lashiri to complete the 4-game schedule that we have for you dito sa SGS on Sunday.
And I want to point out, between Patrick Ang and Brian Calantoc, they're 10 out of 40 shooting from the field. Make that 10 out of 41.
41.
And a lot of things for them to figure out.
For them, most probably, they'll figure this out. And not only that, it doesn't have to last and endure on them. But they have to move on. M-Track ang kansunod na kalaban ng Chang Spa. For now, Alan Tan is happy. Hindi naman partida. It's just that his teams responded very well. And everybody was able to get into that solid team mode to come up with a win. And we were even discussing 4 quarters solid ganon ang ginawa, keeping their lead, protecting it with all their might and coming up with a W. 80-73 3MD Logistics. And of course, di pa tayo tapos. Ang ating MY Sun Graham's Player of the Game, Dino.
Grabe yung Player of the Game natin. Only scored 2 points in their last game. He now has 17 points, 17 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 assists, and 1 block. An all-around game for Dale. Didagdag mo pa yung 3 tres niya. So, now, 3MD Logistics is 2-1 in this tournament. And you're feeling good if I'm Coach Marvin Geronimo and the rest of the crew.
Not just feeling good, but feeling very, very good. Dale Nang and the rest of 3MD Logistics. And again, this coming Friday, reminding you, yung seniors division natin. Vivaya Shoes, laban sa Snowbird Plastics. We start the game at 8 p.m. and then to be followed by Sista Alex Sony, laban sa Fullercon Industries. Well, that's all. Sunday, tuloy-tuloy na natin. Goodfellow Pharma, BWLC, 1 o'clock. To be followed by Chusarap, Congo Express, BYD Valenzuela Cup, 34 and below. Puntahan natin yung 35 and above. Chang Spa, M-Track Logistics, go up and up. We'll meet Lashiri. That is one fantastic weekend for the Grace community. Thank you very much for watching. For Dino Lee, Benji Santiago here saying, we'll see you at the ball games.